So first of all, I wanted to congratulate you for making the decision to be part of our project. And we are proud of you for taking this bold step to be part of this initiative. And I know it wasn't easy, especially for those who just started the business. I know it wasn't easy, but it was a decision which you felt was necessary to make because of the current state of things. You felt this could be the best platform for you. So let's make it that way. Let's make sure it stays that way. We're going to make sure that it is one of the best decisions for you. Now, part one, we're going to focus on the income goal. Nataka kila mtu ende niandikie kwa chat box income goal. Income goal, niandikie income goal. Ile yenye tunaandikianga nini guest pale hivyo kwa Google Meet. Niandikie income goal. Nataka kuona chat box ikiflow with income goal. Everybody income goal. Naona Nathan. Ala. Guys. What? Hey, mshalala na ni 10:30 bana. Hey. Income goal. Nataka kuona income goal. Okay. Income goal. Watu 4 au 5. Surely. Nataka kuona zikiflow. Income goal. I want to see income goal flowing. Income goal. Everyone, income goal. Income goal. Everybody, income goal. I want to see them flowing. So income goal. And the first thing we're going to talk about is the income goal. There are so many questions which I want you to understand when we talk about the income goal. The first thing about income goal is how much do you want to earn on a monthly basis running this business? Okay. Now that umeniandikia income goal, assuming maybe on an average month, we unaweza taka kutengeneza how much. I also want you to type it down there for me in the chat box. Nataka kuona where everyone is mentally and financially. Kila mtu anaandikia on a month, we unaweza taka how much hii biashara ikuwe na kulipa. Okay? I want to see them in the chat box. Be honest with yourself. Taka uniandikia hapo hivyo. Andika how much do you want to earn on a monthly basis. All right? Everyone. Alan is saying 100K. Sharon anasema 50K per month. As in the start, wewe on average. As in, which one is the most comfortable income for you in this business? Yenye unaweza sema, or in your life, unaweza sema, mimi niko sa, wait. 1.5 million Kenyan shillings per month. That is a very ambitious goal. All right, that is Eric. We have Julius, 50K per month. So at least I'm gauging. Mbona wengine waniandiki? Aya, usiponiandikia utakuamia hapo mali huko. 100 plus ni ngapi? 100 shillings and above. 100 plus. Betty, 45K. Nataka kuona zikiflow. iPhone ni nani? iPhone, you can change your name, you edit your name, eka jina yenye I can know very well who you are. Mash is saying 100K. Nilikuwa nani ni 100 shillings and above. Unajua ningekupea 200 kesho asubuhi, nikwambie wewe sasa uko sawa. Then we have Lino pia 100 plus. 100 plus ni nini? 90K. Nathan, kwani Nathan unaenda ukiongeza? The next message najua utatuma ama huko umetuma. Okay, Nathan 90K, Lino 500 plus. 500 shillings ama ni nini? Okay, ni hao tu ama kuna mtu anaachwa nje? Is there any person being left out? Victor, 200,000 and above per month. That is Victor. Lino, 500K and above. So that is the income goal that you have written for me there. Now, I'm going to be very much honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll tell you something. That the income goal you have written down there, first of all, it is very much possible. Unaona hizo income zote zenye mmeniandikia, including the 1.5 million per month. because the other day I logged in into account ya CEO Bonan Vivon, Ambassador Moses Adika. For those who were in that meeting, you saw how an account looks like yenye inatengeneza 400, 500,000 per week. In fact, it was like date 5 or date 6 of October. Na tayari hiyo account ilikuwa ishamtengenezea 430,000. Imagine that was by date 6. He had already made 430,000 Kenyan shillings, meaning if you multiply that by 4 or by 5, he's already knocking 1.52 million Kenyan shillings. So every income that you have written down there for me, it is possible. Are we together? I hope mnaelewa hiyo. Number 2, this is now the most critical. Now that you want to make the 1.5 million Kenyan shillings per month, the second question you have to ask yourself, how many hours per day are you willing to commit on a daily basis or a weekly basis to achieve this income goal? Haya, sasa uliniandikia how much money you want to make. Now tell me how much or how many hours in a day are you willing to commit to create that income? Be honest. If you know your schedule very well, if you have a goal, maybe unataka kutengeneza that kind of income, then tell me as well in the chat box, how many hours are you willing to commit on a daily basis for you to generate that kind of income? Nataka kuona sasa chat box zikiflow mbio mbio vile mlikuwa mnaandika hizo income. Nataka kuona pia zikiflow, because some of you are those kind of people. Let me not say, I hope there's no one like that, but we are those kind of people who we just sit back and hope, oh God, help me to buy a car. And then unajifunika duve vizuri, unajiwekelea sasa vizuri. Alan, don't write for me 24/7. 24/7 does not make sense. Unajifunikia duve vizuri, unaambia Mungu, oh God, help me to buy a car, alafu unajifunika vizuri. Type for me, how many hours per day are you willing to commit to achieve that income? Eric amesema 10 hours a day. 10 hours a day is a lot, and it's very good hours to generate that kind of income. Andika zile hours zenye we mwenyewe uko sure you can work with that hours and you are ready to use that time effectively, because after this I'm going to give you a step-by-step plan on how you can achieve those kind of incomes. So nataka kuona people writing realistic figures. Now I'm seeing Julius 7 hours per day. We have Sharon 7 hours per day. Is that the hours you have per day which you are free, or you're willing to commit even despite your activities? We have Betty who is saying 4 hours. Of course, we have CEO Alan 12 hours in a day. 12 hours, that's a lot. That's good time. We have Ian Marsh 8 hours. We have Victor 7 hours. Lino 10 hours a day. Kuna watu bado sioni wakitype ama hii meeting, I'm going to remove those guys who are not participating, because we cannot be talking about goals here and how to achieve all of this, alafu wewe uko hapo unatuangalia. You are not mpenzi mtazamaji. Wapenzi watazamaji wamelala saizi, walitumiwa link lakini hii meeting haiwahusu, wakaenda wakalala. So I'm seeing this is Abigail 10 hours plus in a day. Willing to commit 7 hours. Sharon, willing to commit 7 hours. Christine, 8 hours. Okay. So I can see a majority of us, we understand that for us to accomplish, naona mkiniandikia the number of hours, naona ni kama zina match pia the kind of income that you can work with. Because someone who wants to generate maybe 50K, 40K, 100K, 90K, naona hours zenu zina match. Okay. Kuna mwenye aliniandikia 1.5 million. My friend, hiyo ni 24 hours per day. Hiyo nayo fai kuwa hata unalala. But anyway, we'll get to that point later on. Now, number 3, how long are you willing to do this to get to this income goal? Elewa swali kuanza. The income goal that you have set, how patient are you willing to be to get to that income goal? Okay, sijui kama mnanielewa. As in, Building to that kind of income, of course, it takes time. It requires patience. It requires 2 or 3 things. But how willing are you to wait? How long are you willing to do this to get to this income goal? Now, let me tell you something. As you write for me, how many months or years you're willing to do this to get to that kind of income goal. Let me tell you something that my upline Sir Collins told me. That in this life, there are people who are full of, I want to become wealthy. I want to become successful. I want to do this and this and this and that. But when you share with them an opportunity, they don't even have 5 minutes to listen to you, yet they claim they want to be wealthy. Why am I telling you this? It's because some of you are willing to make 100,000 Kenyan shillings per month. We are willing to put in 8 hours per day. But the question is, how long are you willing to wait and be patient until you get to that income goal? Yeah, 100 per month, 200 per month, 500 per month, 50K per month, 45K per month. How long are you willing to get? How long are you willing to do this to get to this income goal? Now tell me, everyone, tell me, Sasa, how long are you willing? I'm talking in terms of months, in terms of years. Tell me in the chat box. So Salino is saying for him to get to 500,000 Kenyan shillings per month, he just needs 1 year plus of real work. Okay? Till infinity. As long as it takes. Mnanibamba na hizi majibu. Now, they are very good. They're very good. They're very honest answers. Now, if you're not willing to give it 5 minutes of your time, if you're not willing to commit 10 hours or let's say 6 hours or 4 hours of your time on a daily basis for 5 years, for 3 years, for 1 year, for 6 months, then forget about it. Because some of us, we are fond of, I'm willing to give it my best shot, but then ikifika the hard times or when obstacles come along the way, we give up. We forget our goals. We forget our targets. We forget what we were hoping. For me, I told myself this. Let me give you my example. Ndivyo sasa muone. For me, I was willing to get to a point where I will be making something like 300, 400,000, 500,000 per month. That range between 300 to 500,000. And I told myself, because this was me when I was starting the business, there was a lot of negativity, there was a lot of bad energy and competition outside and inside the company, as in ilikuwa too weird. For those who were in our last meeting, I was sharing with you what was happening. But I was willing to give it 5 years of consistent hard work for me to get to that goal. I was willing to do whatever it takes for 5 years until I get to that goal. I was willing to do whatever it takes to make that kind of income, to drive the car, to have a team, to get the rank, all those things. I was willing to give it all that time. Some of you are saying you want to make 200,000 per month, but you're not even willing to give it 1 month. After 1 month, I'm not going to see all these faces that I'm seeing here. I'm not wishing anyone to drop out, but I know everyone who is typing me for me here, 50K, 100K, 80K, 90, 100, 120, 200, 300. How patient can you be? Now when you're wameniandikia hapo their goals, I'm seeing 1 year plus, I'm seeing 3 months, 7 months. Well, that's okay. But after 7 months, what if you have not yet achieved that goal? Maybe hujafika kwa hiyo income goal yenye unataka kuhave. Does that mean that that is the end of you? That's a question I want to ask you. Does that mean you gave it your best shot, haujafikisha 200K per month, so that means you are out of it completely? So I hope you get my point. How long are you willing to do this to get to that income goal? Now on a serious note, nataka sasa kila mtu aniandikie yake hapo hivyo. Now I want to see now on a serious note. Be honest. How long are you willing to give this? Unaona vile unaingianga shule unasema hii degree ni 4 years. I'm willing to commit 4 years. Na unaingia unaanza kusoma. That is the same thing. How long are you willing to get to that goal? To be patient enough. I'm waiting for the chat box. Nataka kuona chat box as we go to the next point. Christine says 2 years. Okay. Christine says 2 years. That's okay. You're willing to give it 2 years of your time to get to that point. What about the rest? What about everyone? Till infinity jo, upline jo. Till infinity ni mimi na hii kitu mpaka infinity Sharon ameamua. Julius 1 year. Okay. CEO horsepower, ati horsepower, health and prosperity. 9 months kiongozi. So after 9 months usipofika kwa hiyo, hebu acha ni scroll nione yako Alan, ulikuwa umesema unataka kutengeneza how much? 100k. So after 9 months kama ugongi 100k per month, wacha tu ikae. Nathan, 1.5 hours. Uko sure uko present kwa hii meeting kweli? 1.5 hours. Anyway, write them down for me in the chat box. Okay, 1.5 years. So write them down for me in the chat box. I need to understand that. Now, the last thing, and the question that I want to ask you, Betty says 20 months. If we show you, who is your play, Nathan? Yeah, even Abigail couldn't believe it. Victor is saying 2 years. Now, if we show you how you will achieve this income goal, committing the number of hours for the period of time stated, will you commit to doing these activities? That is a basic question. I don't need the answer to that because you guys are already here in this meeting. That already says yes. Now, part 2, what is your why? What is your vision? What do you hope to accomplish in this business? Are we together? What are you hoping to accomplish in this business? Number 1, why are you doing this business? Some of you are doing this business because you are bored, because school was so long. Maybe, for example, you had a lot of free time on your hands. Some of you are doing this business because you had the money to start the business. So you just said, anyway, I have the money, let me just start anyway. You must be having a bigger vision, something that is pushing you to doing this business. Because if you don't have that kind of reason, something that can motivate you even when things are not okay, then it means you'll give up along the way. It means challenges will not make sense to you. You'll wonder, why should I go through this challenge while I can just relax, while I can just give up on it? And that is the challenge that we have with so many of us. We start this business, we don't have any goals, we don't have any aspirations, we just have the good vibes. Ulisikia, any person who want to be in the mentorship program? Me, I want it. And you said you want to be in the mentorship program. But when it comes now to the activities, when it comes down to the to-do list, hapo sasa now that is where you draw the line. Unasema, hey, kama ni hivyo wacha ikae. Number 2, what do you hope to achieve in a 2 to 4 years plan? That is something that you need to envision. Where do you see yourself in the next 2 to 4 years in our business? Kama hauna hii, sasa wacha hata afadhali wewe enda tu upande tu waru mahali or upande tu mahindi mahali, because if you don't see yourself in the business in a 2 to 4 years plan here, if you don't see yourself in 2 to 4 years in this business, then I'm willing to allow you to leave this meeting, because I don't want to talk to headless chicken. Have you guys ever slaughtered a chicken? A chicken can run without the head for about 10-20 minutes. Inaweza kimbia tu without the head, and it just runs and runs and runs and runs. you're running around like a headless chicken because you don't even know why you are here. You don't know what you want to accomplish in the business in the next 4 years. Wewe unaangalia next month, or you're looking at the next 9 months. You're looking at the next, 1 year. For me, I had a vision for 5 years. And I'm telling myself in the next 5 years, I want to be having this and that and that. I want to have accomplished this and this and this and this and that through the business. Now put it in perspective, because this is what will propel you to surmount the obstacles when you see them. I'll not lie to you guys, along the way, there are a lot of obstacles. You're going to face a lot of rejection. You're going to face a lot of misinformation. You're going to face a lot of negativity. You're going to face a lot of ignorant people outside there. You're also going to face financial challenges, both inside the business and even outside the business. Maybe, for example, for your own maybe expenses, and also inside the business, maybe for business expenses, maybe office, maybe PMA, maybe you want to add an account, maybe you want hizo pia bado utaface. And even you're going to meet people who are in financial need and they want the business. That's also going to be a challenge, because sometimes back, I had a downline, akakuja akaniambia, apply, mbona kila mtu mwenye mimi na invite ni orphan tu, hawana pesa ya kujoin biashara? That is also a challenge. Another one akakuja akaniambia, apply, I've been presenting, mtu napata ako jobless, mimi watu tu na present biashara wako jobless, in fact hawana kitu but wamependa biashara. All the people wenye walikuwa na presentia, those are challenges which you're going to face along the way. You want to build an organization, you want to build a team, you're going to meet all kinds of people, all kinds of challenges. Wacha ni prepare tu saa hizi, they are going to be there along the way. But you know what is going to push you? The goals that you have written down na umeziweka mahali. Ladies and gentlemen, during this time when I was offline, I was asking myself, now that I'm finished 4 years in the business, it means I need to set another target, because I have new leaders in my team. I have new downlines in my team. If I don't have new goals, if I don't have something which pushes me, zile zenye nilijiwekea 5 years ago, saizi ni kama nishamaliza zote, then it means I can easily quit the business. I can easily say, I have done what I wanted to do. Now, let me try something different. I can easily do that because I am vulnerable. I've gone through all the challenges. My goals kept me focused until where I am right now. So it means if I don't have something extra which is pushing me, I am at risk of not being here. So I was wondering during this entire weekend, what now can I do? And I've been doing a lot of research, just like I told you. Hii time yenye nimekuwa offline, I've been doing a lot of research on things which I really want to accomplish in the business in the next now 5 years. So mimi nishagonga 4. Na sasa na imagine, sasa nikimaliza another 5 years. So I'll be 9 years in the business. What do I hope to accomplish in the next 9 years? Now my goals are completely different. I was even talking to my good friend Sir Calvin, tunajiambia, sasa si zile vitu mingi zenye nataka kufanya sasa hivi kishafanya. Sasa ni nini ingine? And Sir Calvin was sharing with me what he wants to do. I was also getting ideas from him and other people wenye tumekaa nao kwa biashara 4-5 years. We were just sitting down having a chat during the weekend. Na hizo ndio tulikuwa tunaongelea. And when I'm going to write them down, I'm still not yet finished. I want to tear down whatever I already have on my walls. I have so many stickers and A3 papers on my wall for all my goals and achievements that I've had, some of the things that I wanted to accomplish. Now, I want to tear them down and I want to put in another fresh batch of goals and achievements. Swali ni, sasa mimi nishamaliza za 4 years. Sasa na wewe Nathan, na ndio umeanza. My friend, 4 years, what do you hope to accomplish? It's just a challenge. I'm not bragging or anything. If I've already done some of those things for 4 years, it means, Christine, you have barely scratched this, as in wewe hata bado. It means Lino, bado. It means Mash, bado. It means Abigail, bado. It means we have a long way to go. And so it's going to force us to dream again, to dream big. If you've never dreamed again, this is a chance for you. Go and dream and dream and dream again. Write it down and put it where you can see every single day. Ukiamka, hiyo ndio kitu ya kwanza unaona. Ukilala, hiyo ndio kitu ya mwisho unaenda kuona. You can even print several of them. Have a vision board. Print that car. Print the income that you want to print. Print the size of the team that you want. Kila kitu, rank, house, vacation. Print all those things. Put them into a dream board and stick them somewhere where you can see them every single day. That is what is going to push you to overcome all those challenges. Now, I want you to listen to maybe this short story of Jack Ma and how he came to be. And I want you to listen to the value of what so very many people missed and what right now Alibaba is, courtesy of Jack Ma. It's a short video.
而今天，我想把大家请过来，跟大家共同探讨以后至少5年、10年我们要做的事情。那么阿里巴巴我们将做成怎么样？我想，从黄页的时候我就提过，黄页所要瞄准的对象不是国内战略，而是国际战略。我们所有的竞争对手不在于中国，而在于美国的硅谷。如果说第一，我们把阿里巴巴定位，就把它作为国际战略。 我们不要把它定为是国内战略。第二个呢，我想就是我们要学会硅谷人的一种拼劲。如果说我们是早上8点钟下班，5点钟8点钟上班，5点钟下班，这个不是搞高科技啊，这个绝对不是我们阿里巴巴能成功。如果说我们有这种精神，反正我上班了，就是8点钟上班，5点钟下班了 ，OK， 赶紧去其他地方。 人家美国人强就强他的硬件，强就强他的系统建设，这方面确实比你早。但是玩信息玩软的，中国人的脑袋绝不比别人差。我们在座的所有的人的脑袋绝不比任何人差。这就是我们敢跟美国人斗的东西，我们绝对敢斗。如果我们是好的 team、好的团队，我们自己知道我们想做什么，我们想干些什么的时候，我相信我们是可以以一当十。 我们能够赢政府机构，我们能够赢其他很多的民营企业、大的这种企业的时候，凭的是我们的精神、我们的意识、我们的创新概念，以及我们这种拼劲才能去斗。否则的话，跟他们有什么区别呢？谁都知道，Internet是个泡沫。我刚才讲的危机感就是Internet这个泡沫现在越来越，什么时候破？然后呢，把股票掉了，哎，eBay股票会涨。那么有一天，eBay股票涨了以后，可能阿里巴巴社区的股票涨，所以不要担心。 我觉得 Internet 这个梦不会破，这个泡沫不会破。我们为后面的3、5年所付出的代价是非常惨重，只有这样的惨重的代价，才会赢得我们未来的取得的成功。那么目标是2000。
Okay, so that is one of the earliest meetings when Alibaba was being founded. I think this video dates back to 1998, 1999 hapo. It's one of the oldest videos you can ever found on Alibaba. And when I was doing this research, I found out that he had a very huge vision. Even before they launched it, they already knew how the market is, what their competitors are, and how they can overcome that challenge. And you can see from that video, whatever is telling them, that if we are going to work from 8 to 5 p.m., then afadhali tuende tu tufanye kitu ingine, because there's no way Alibaba can compete with all these other successful companies and we work the same number of hours. So my major point is this, that if you are looking to accomplish that vision, what are you willing to sacrifice? Some of us want the goal to come in easily. You're not ready to put in the effort. You're not ready to put in the work. How do you expect to generate 200,000 or even 1.5 million per month? And you are the person who never has any interest in the presentations being done. You are the person who never has any interest in learning those skills. Not in our meeting, in doing your own research, in researching what the business is all about, how you can get the skills, how you can do all that. How do you talk about making that kind of income and you're not willing to change something about your day-to-day lifestyle to accommodate the business? That is something that very many people don't know. Let's talk about expectation management. And I want you to read this with me, every one of us. I want you to read this with me, that if I succeed in this business, it is going to be me who created that success, not my upline. First of all, to achieve hapo. Some of you think that maybe the success that people get in this business, wamesaidiwa na uplines wao. I can confirm to you, the input of your upline's success inakuanga less than 20%. It is very much, ni kidogo sana. The input of your upline success, sometimes it even goes as low as 0%. Some of us, our uplines just join the business, wakatuleta kwa biashara na wakatuacha hapo. Some of us, we joined the business, yes, we had an upline, but we had to do the research because our uplines, they were not successful. I was sharing with you our story the other day. When we were starting the business, our uplines, Collins hakuwa naunda do, alikuwa broke. He was very much broke. He was just starting the business. Hata yeye hakuwa ameenda sana. So when we were starting the business, we had to do the research together with upline. Upline akiresearch closing, si tuna research presentation, huyu mwingine ana research follow up, and then tunafunzana. That is how we have grown in this business. Sisi hatuja grow up with upline anatuambia kuja nikufunze, anakufunza. Hapana, we've grown up researching all these skills, all these files. If you go to that Google Drive which I was sharing with you the other day, utapata hapo prepared by Engineer Glenn, prepared by Calvin's Arguins, prepared by Noel. Utapata documents there that were prepared by us. So majority of our success ilikuwa tunaanza na upline. So our upline couldn't really teach us how to be successful, naye hajakuwa successful. Right now, Eric can teach you how to make 100K sababu he's doing it. Abigail can teach you how to do that. Every person here can teach you how to do that. Even Alan right now anaweza saidia Judith atengeneze hiyo pesa. But the question that you as a downline, you need to ask yourself is, if this success is mine, how much effort am I willing to contribute to it? Nataka uachane na story ya upline. I know we have started the business. Yes. I know we are new in the business. Yes. But story yako na upline iliisha time upline alikuonyesha biashara. Unaona time upline alikuambia join your link. Hiyo ndio time yenye story yako na upline iliishia. The moment your upline alikutumia link ya presentation, akakwambia join usikize hiyo presentation, and then kaa uko na swali tutajibu baadaye. Akakuja akasikiza presentation ya mtu mwingine tofauti, alafu akasaidiwa na mtu mwingine tofauti kuanza biashara. Hiyo ndio time story yako na upline wako huwa inaishia. It is never about you and your upline in this business, because every one of us has a different goal. Every one of us has a different ambition. I remember sometimes back, my younger brother, mwenye ananifuata, he came back home with a very poor report card when we were in high school. So we're in the same school, and I was a year older than him in a higher class. But then he comes home with a very poor report card. And even my dad is wondering, how come you're getting this in mathematics? He starts saying, oh, the teacher is talking so loudly, so slowly. He doesn't talk loudly, so we can't hear him. He misses class. He misses 3 lessons in a week. He only comes for 2 of them. This and this and this and that. The exam was so hard. And hiyo mtihani hatukuwa tumeisomea, ilikuja tu, and even before my dad could react, I already knew easy ni story, because I was in that class in the previous year, and we had the same teacher, and I never failed that mathematics. In fact, I was so much happy the teacher never used to come to class on a regular basis, because it was a chance for me to do my own research, to study, to go and deep into books. Why am I telling you this? Some of you are going to say, oh, my upline did this, my upline did that. Why are you not growing in the business? Oh, my upline does not know English. My upline did not teach me how to do that. Oh, the business itself. Oh, I cannot talk in front of people. Oh, I am not tall. Oh, this and this, I'm a student. I am this and this and this and that. The moment you just open your mouth and you blame something else or someone else for your failures, you are a failure automatically. I want us to be on the same page. Any success that you're going to create in this business, it is going to be you who created that success, not your upline. Your upline is just there to play a small role, to just give you the tools, to just share, to teach you one or two, three things, to guide you, to tell you do this, do that, do this, do that. But your upline is not there to do the business for you. I hope we are together. Number two, if you fail in this business, it is going to be you who created that failure and not your upline. Let's be clear on that. Let me tell you, when you guys are going to be very much successful, oh my God, I'll take credit for it. I'll stand in front of people and I'll say, Abigail, amenunua gari. Bana, that's my downline. Ukajua vile nimepambana na Abigail, nimemsaidia, nimemfunza, nimemsaidia, nimemfanya nini. But in reality, sikuwa nasaidia Abigail, nilikuwa tu namwambia apply, fanya, and she was going to do it on her own. When I see Betty making 100,000 per month, I'll stand in front of people and say, Uyo Betty, imagine if I've never even met her, but I've been coaching her sleepless nights. I'll take credit for it anyway, because you're part of my team. But do you know who is going to be enjoying that success? It is going to be you. In as much as I'll take credit for it, who is going to feel good when you make the money? It is going to be you, not me. Who's going to be happy when you're holding a brand new BMW or a Mercedes? Who's going to be happy when you're going for a fully paid vacation? It is going to be you. Me, the only thing I'm going to do, I'm going to be proud of you. They'll ask me how I did it, and I'll just tell them, imagine tulikuwa tunapambana naye, nilikuwa namtumia documents, anapambana, we have presentations, ana invite mwenyewe, namsaidia kuclose, nafanya nini na nini. But you're going to be doing majority of it. I am going to be the difference between success or failure. I want you to say that line wherever you are. You're going to be the difference between success or failure. However, the team will provide the roadmap, the system, the structure, and the support for you to succeed. Now, that is where we have the function of the team. We're just going to give you the roadmap. Hivi ndio tutaenda. The system, here it is. Freshman, junior, leader, nini. The structure, the step-by-step activities, and the support. I'm going to support you. But the rest of it, the activities to be done, it's up to you. Your availability for mentorship is up to you. Everyone has a choice in this business. Are we together? So let's go to the next part, which is part 3. That is just a continuation. The 4 expected stages in this business. There'll be ups and downs in this business. So below are the 4 expected stages that you must pass through. The first one is the excited stage, or the excitement phase, whereby you are ready for action. Wewe unajiambia sasa, mimi na kuomoka, hai watu kwa hii village watanitambua, watu kwa hii mtaa ngojeni tu wanaenda kuniita mkuu. This is the day you start, or that first 2 days that you have started the business. But then challenges start hitting you left, right, and center. The first one being rejection. People telling you no. You're expecting all your friends to be excited, jump up, and be part of your business. They tell you no. Number 2, deception. People not showing up. You're inviting for a presentation, people don't show up. Sometimes you might feel disappointed. The other thing, attrition. This is where, you have a team of 2, 3, 4, 5 people. You have started building the business, but they are not as enthusiastic as you are. Ulileta besti yako kwa biashara, unasema bas, mimi sasa na huyu John bana tunaenda kwa mwaka. Kumbe John alijoin biashara juu alikuona, hakuwa na reason, hakuwa na excitement yoyote. Yeye alijoin kwa sababu aliona, okay, beti yako kwa hiyo biashara, wacha pia mimi ni join. Hakuwa na reason whatsoever, so they quit the business. Or you're disrespected, people saying it's a scam, or people thinking you are unprofessional. That are some of the challenges you're going to face. This is usually 4 weeks into the business, where you start contemplating, hey, ama hii kitu it is meant for others. Ama hizi story bana, mimi ni kama sitaifika hivyo. Hapana. The moment you overcome that contemplation stage, those challenges, I want you to know that it is not just you alone. There are so many other people. In the momentum stage, you start, building up pole pole. You start experiencing some growth. You start to make maybe kitu kama 50K, to like 200,000 on a monthly basis. With constant trainings, you will get there. I want to tell you, with constant trainings, you will get to that point where momentum is kicking in. But we are going to go through this together, one step at a time. Ukianza kuingia momentum stage, my friend, I've seen people in momentum stage. Kuna watu hapa waliingia momentum stage na wakaanza kuwa na kiburi bana, upline mimi saizi hai upline bana, hai nishaunda hai bana, upline mimi naweza fanya si unipe hata hiyo presentation uone. You get that sort of confidence. You can even see the character on your screen. Ameanza kuwalk with a bounce, anajua sasa yeye ni bazoo. Hiyo momentum stage, it is very good, but sometimes it can also be very tricky because in that momentum stage you become complacent. Unaanza kutosheka na kenye uko nacho. Let's say your goal was to make maybe kitu kama 500,000. Unaanza kutengeneza 100,000, unaanza kusahau, unaanza kutosheka na zile vitu zenye unatengeneza. Don't ever in momentum stage, they say that there are some, okay, I'll research on that. I don't know the exact quote, but he says there are some things which kill a man. Number one, sijui inakuanga nini na nini, but one of them inakuanga leverage. Unaona kwa hii momentum stage, some of you will start making a cool 50K, 80K, 90K without doing anything. As in, unapata tu timu yako walishaweka codes, una login jioni, unashtukia ala, kwani nimetengeneza 20K leo, imetoka wapi? Unashtukia mwingine aliongeza account, mwingine alitoa codes 2, mwingine out of nowhere has registered someone in the business. So sometimes you might be tempted to be comfortable with that. It is very dangerous. But if you're able to overcome that satisfaction in momentum stage, the last bit is stability stage. This is about maybe 2 years, 3 years, 4 years in the business, where you are stable in the business. You're making a constant figure in your sure whether you sleep or not, whether you are there or not, you are still going to make the money. That stability stage is very, very much awesome. And I'm actually hoping that we are all targeting that, because if you're not there for the long run, kama when you are 1.5 years, 2 years, maybe kuna wenye wameniandikia 9 months, 7 months, I want to change that. Give yourself 4 to 5 years in this industry. It will reward you handsomely. Are we together? Network marketing is full of phases. Whatever I've just explained to you, we have the initial excitement, that is phase 1. And then phase 2 ndio kuna disappointment and there are challenges along the way. And as I told you, those challenges, they are enough to make you quit the business. And that's why very few people, they become top earners. Someone asked me a while back, why is it that there are only very few people who are high income earners in the industry? And I tell this person, because not everyone is willing to withstand all those challenges. Others along the way, a small maybe rejection from the best friend, they're ready to give it all up because they want to, they want to they don't want to lose their friends or their loved ones. For me, I lost all my friends during the critical point. There's a point where I had to decide whether I'm going to quit this business or do it. I looked at my friends and I was wondering, my friends are right. Maybe this thing does not work. But at that critical point, I did some research. I interacted with some of the top leaders in the team. I sat down with my upline Sir Collins, nikamwambia what was happening. And he's telling me, this is a point where you decide, Glenn, whether you want to do the business or not. If you want to please your friend, just walk out of this office and go. But remember what you're giving up on. If you want to do this, then let's do this together. Na akaniambia, if you are not ready to give up, at some point, we are going to get there. When you are going to buy Sir Collins car in March last year, tukuwa tu tumekaa kwa hiyo gari, tunajiuliza, unakumbuka tukifanya zile research, tukianza biashara, tukijifunza vitu mbili tatu, and he's reminding us, nyinyi mlikuwa mnadhani tunaweza fika point yenye tunaweza nunua gari. Like it sounded so kitu big sana that we never even thought it was going to happen. Even when I was going to buy mine, you see the video that I share with you, akiniambia tajiri ndio hii. Hiyo time when I was making the payments, Sir Collins was there, and huyu ni wewe. Huyu ni wewe unanunua gari hivi. Enyewe bana, tulikuwa tufike either way. Tulikuwa tufike hapa. That's why kwa video nasemanga, ndio hii. Tajiri ndio hii imefika. It has arrived. So you fight for your success. You fight for the success. You fight for financial freedom. The financial freedom that you want from this business, it does not come for free. You have to fight for it. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the 3 cardinal structures in BSc. And I want us to understand that number 1, you must involve God in this business. It's very much hard to become successful in this life without God. Say a prayer for your business. You're fighting a lot of enemies outside there. You're fighting a lot of enemies. You're fighting a lot of challenges outside there. And sometimes you might try. But maybe the challenge is because you don't pray. You just don't pray. Then maybe the moment you start praying, things will open up. I'm telling you guys this because I've really seen people go through it all in the business. Sometimes they ask me, Glenn, how were you able to buy the car? Na where will you join after CC? We have seen you join the business. We have seen you struggling in building the same we were struggling. How were you able to do it? I was sitting down with top leaders and I was advising them, this is it, this is it, this is it. But most importantly, maybe some things are spiritual. Maybe pale hivyo kwa village, kuna mtu tu amekukazia. Kuna mtu tu amefunga nini, inaitwa aje? I've seen a lot of witchcraft, mtu anachukua dolia na alafu anaweka, anasema tu jina yako, anaita tu na jina yako kila usiku, anaidunga tu machuma nini inaitwa aje, anaidunga tu misumari kila siku akiita tu jina yako. Anyway, I'm not saying that's what's happened, but sometimes you might find that that's a challenge. I think I've had this even in the business. Some of our leaders have gone through it, and the moment they just go and they break it all off, they start afresh, things just start happening. Maybe ulikuwa umekaziwa, but then I've seen leaders, the moment they just discover that, they start, inafunguka, explode kabisa. So maybe for some of you, or maybe even me, maybe kuna reason mbona zafika point yenye imefika. Maybe I'll also try that again. Now, number 2, you must be willing to be trained. Of course, if you're not willing to be trained on this business, if you're not willing to be given the skills, then just forget about this because you'll be frustrated. Without skills, you'll be frustrated. As you start this business, I'm going to be doing 100% for you. So I'm going to be doing the presentation for you. I'm going to be, even you've given me your contacts, I'm going to be inviting your contacts for you. I'm going to be closing them for you. In case they have a question, I'm going to be meeting them up, booking appointments, and you're not going to pay me anything to do all that because I'm your upline. But then once I am doing all that, be willing to learn. Attend as many presentations as possible. In the month of November and December, we are going to have a new batch of leaders who are going to do the presentation for us. Nimeshaanza kuwaambia, I've started pointing them. Nawaambia tu tajiri, we November anza tu kujipanga na kuweka kwa timetable whether you like it or not, because you have learned enough. I've taught you. You have seen how it is done, so start preparing yourself. Nishaanza kukuambia, kama sijaanza kukuambia, jua there's a problem somewhere. You must be willing to be trained. But the last thing, okay, you, apart from willing to be trained, we'll talk about it, but about 5% of people make a very crazy income in most businesses, because only about 5% will read 5 professional books in the business. There are 5 major books you should read in order to become a super success in this business, and these are the books. Are we together? So we have this book called GoPro. Start with GoPro. Are we together? So start with this GoPro. Start with this GoPro by Eric Quarre. This GoPro, read all the way up to chapter 4 or chapter 5. Go up to chapter 4. Once you've reached chapter 4, come and read this book. Not this one. Your first day network marketing. Anza na hii GoPro. Let me point it out. Ndivyo mtu aseme haoni. Come and start with this GoPro by Eric Quarre from introduction to chapter 4. It will give you a clear understanding of why it means to be a professional in this industry. Now, once you're done, come and read your first year in network marketing by Mark and Renridwa Yanel. It's a couple. Unfortunately, Mark Yanel passed on some years ago. So go and read this book, Your First Year in Network Marketing. It's very, very insightful. It will give you a head start on all the challenges you're going to face. Even before you face those challenges, it will give you a head start so that you are prepared. Ikifika hii point kwa biashara, you know, what do I expect? Now, I'm giving you a list of these books, but I know you guys are not going to read these books. Let me tell you what will happen. We are going to be having high income earners coming from this meeting. And these high income earners are only people who are going to be reading this. I've read these books. GoPro. Oh, hujaipata soft copy or hard copy? If it's soft copy, just tell. Don't worry. If it's soft copy, you will get the link. Utaipata pale hivyo. Or I'll share with you. I have ndakutumia soft copy. I'll send it soft copy. I have soft copy of all these books. The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy, Prospecting Rules by Russ McNeil, and all these books, including others. First of all, start with this GoPro by Eric Quarre. And then go to your first day network marketing. Leaders are good readers. If you want to become a high income earner, if you want to become a leader in this industry, these are the 2 books which, first of all, you must go through. And if possible, make a summary. Usisome kama novel. Usisome uku umekelea miguu juu ya kiti na juu ya meza while listening to other music. No. Sit down with this book. I have done summary of all these books. And it really helped me out a lot, especially your first year network marketing. Hii inakuambianga live what you are going to expect in your first year network marketing. Na haikufichangi. The discouragements, hata inakuambianga line by line what you're going to face. So it gives you a very good head start in the business. And then hizi zingine ni za kujazilia tu. When you start on prospecting, this is the best book for you to read, Prospecting Rules. I also have this soft copy. Remind me to share with you this Prospecting. Hii watu wengi hawananga. Prospecting Rules by Russ McNeil. I'll share with you the link and make sure you just have it. Now, once you have these books, once you have read these books and you have the information, you must be willing to train others. You must be willing. You know, sometimes when I feel so bad when I've taken my time to coach a leader, nimemsaidia, ameelewa the biashara, ameanza kutengeneza pesa, but you know, they are not ready to help other people. They have a downline. They have someone who is interested in the business, but they're not ready to commit their time to help this person. So it pains me when I still have to go down and also help this other person who they have connected to the business, while I helped this first person akaelewa. Ladies and gentlemen, if I am going to teach you, be ready to also teach your team. Be ready to help others. Oh, you cannot grow an organization if you're not ready to help others. if you're given a responsibility, deliver on it. You've been given the responsibility for a presentation. Train like no one's business. Weka pale hivyo. Juu hata wewe ile siku yenye uliattend presentation, there is someone who gave it 100%. That's why you are here. If you're given a chance to help a new downline, hata kama si wako, wewe saidia, kwa sababu even you at some point, you are a new downline and you wanted to learn from other leaders. You approached some few other leaders and they taught you. Even if you did not do that because you will want your downline to approach another leader, amfunze. I'm so happy with our leader, who passed on. He was one of those people. In fact, I was so much excited when they were in the mentorship yake. He used to do it wholeheartedly. My team will just come and tell me, hey, I've really learned a lot. Leader so-and-so, ule tajiri amenifunza, amenisaidia. And I will feel so much happy. So hata pia mimi, wale wake wenye nilikuanga na wao, I gave it my all. I did it. If you go to that team, they'll tell you, man, Clasia Glenn was the best. I used to have I used to have the best. In fact, they text me until today. Upline, si hata urudishe ile class yako. I just used to enjoy your class. It was lively. It made me who I am today. It has created a lot of success stories from Paul and Silas. Silas and his upline Paul. It has created Kina Wendy, and all these leaders, they still approach me and they tell me, upline, man, ile class yako, man, I just wish we could still have it until today. So you must be willing to train others. Give it your all. In this business, it doesn't matter how much you know. It matters how much have you helped others. You might be knowing how to do a presentation, but have you helped someone else to also know the same? Have you done a wonderful presentation to other people? That is all that matters. And we cannot talk anything past that. I think we all understand that helping others in this business is very much important. Now, you must be ready to make a difference in the lives of people by training them to become successful and to own their lives. You must be ready to help people and not use them. Don't see people as tools to make you successful, but rather people you should help to become successful. This is a very important factor because some of you are only looking at maybe people outside there. You're seeing your best friend as 4,800. Una imagine, jamaa akijoin biashara, hapo kwanza nitakuwa nishapata watu wawili, so nitakuwa nimetengeneza 60. No. Yes, it is okay. But don't look at it that way. Look at that person joining the business and that person growing and becoming successful. You can see when Eric is saying, I was in the... All right, so hey, you must be willing to train others, as we had talked about, and you must train leaders who are going to be professionals like you and own their lives in a 2 to 4 years period. Okay, and you must have a group of people who become financially free through your training and your input. I think that is it on training and helping others. Always remember this: in this business, the only thing that can stop you from becoming financially free is when you quit. But as long as you refuse to quit, in no time, you will definitely become financially free. That's what I wanted to remind you. And always remember this. Along my journey in the business, I've seen very many people come and go. I've seen a lot of people from very many backgrounds and so on and so forth. And all of them, they came, they tried, they said they gave it their all, but they are not willing to be patient, and they left and they quit. All the leaders who are financially free right now, or at least when you wamepata some good result in the business, they have persevered. They have been patient with their results. They have been patient with whatever the business has been giving them, but they were impatient. They were very much impatient with their activities. Be very much impatient with your activities. Usitosheke na activities, fanya more. But the business, the way it is giving you results, be patient with it, because there's a time where it's going to really explode. and it's going to give you a lot of value. So just be patient with the results, but be impatient with your activities. Now, your greatest enemy to financial freedom is fear of rejection and lack of consistency. And this is what is going to affect majority of us. Either we are going to say enough is enough with this rejection. Me, I'm ready to give it up. I've seen people quit because their parents told them, their father told them, their mother, their cousin, their best friend. That kind of rejection, it hurts so much. And I will not lie, it really hurts. I was there. It hurts a lot. But that fear alone, or that rejection alone, can make you give up on a lot of dreams. The second thing is lack of consistency. This business, treat it like a job. You see, the way you are, if you are employed right now, the same way if you are employed right now, you'd wake up every single day by 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. You report to work by 7 or 8 a.m. and you'll stay at work until 5 p.m. every single day for I don't know how many years. That is how consistent you are with your job. Then you need to be consistent the same way with this business, because income producing activities, they don't care who you are. They don't care how skilled you are. Income producing activities in our business, they don't care how much knowledge you have. It just matters how consistent are you with your activities. Are you doing daily presentations? Are you at least showing someone your business every now and again? Are you coaching your new team every day? Are you helping your new downlines get started the right way? Are you following up on those who you presented to the opportunity every single day? That is the kind of consistency that you need in our organization and in this business. So always remember that. Be consistent. And I want you to know that in this business, the only thing, once again, that can stop you from being financially free is when you quit. But as long as you refuse to quit, one day you will definitely become financially free. I want us to watch this short video, and I want you to understand what this video is all about by the end of it.
Is it not interesting? 22 people are playing football. 40,000 are watching and clapping for 22 people. Then outside the stadium, maybe you have about 2 million people if it's a UEFA Champions League. At the end of the match, all of us will contribute money and pay the people playing. Anytime you hear that they paid Messi $80 million, your money is inside. You know how? You recharge your DSTV. Now, because you recharge your DSTV, you could watch live matches. So as you are recharging your DSTV, you are paying them. Can I tell you the truth? I don't want to be in the crowd. I want to be in the field. So, you are the one that determines the group you want to belong. It's the group that you belong that will determine what you get. You see how small the group is. You see how small the effective group is. 30,000 people watching 22 people. At the end of the day, they are the only people that get paid. They buy private jets, they buy latest cars just because they are actively in the field. But this is the irony. People who are in the field don't talk. The people who talk are spectators. The people who are busy trying to score, they are busy. Their eyes on the ball. Defender is defending. He has no time to interact. No time to interact. Why? Any mistake, an attacker can slip off. A goalkeeper cannot engage in conversation. The reason why you are talking is because you are not actively in the field. By the time you join us in the field, you won't hear gossip. You won't hear distraction. You won't hear things that other people hear. You won't hear nonsense. Are you listening to me? By the time you are in the field, you have one purpose, and that purpose is to score. You are looking for the ball. You are pursuing the man that have the ball. Pastor, you don't understand. The attack on me is too much. You don't know what I'm going through. Have you not noticed? They only attack you in the football field when the ball is with you. It's only when the ball is with you that defender, attacker, everybody rush. If you are standing in the field and you are not with the ball, nobody cares the number of your jersey. You are getting those arrows because you are with the ball. Say, I'm with the ball. When they attack you with the ball, you refuse to leave the ball, they can clear you out of the ground. Can I tell you something? If you don't have attack, be worried. If as of today, you are here today, there is no attack, it means you have lost the ball. You can't be with the ball and nobody comes after you. So attack from the enemy is a proof that you are not just in the field, but you are with the ball. Because you can be in the field and not be with the ball. Blessed are thou who have been attacked. You are being attacked.
I hope the audio was audible wherever you are. So I hope whatever you've learned, that you choose the side you belong in right now. Some of us are going to be, they're going to be swayed away by comments and negativities and some, vitu hazi make sense. Your friend tells you it doesn't work, or you sit down in the corner, you start crying. You start crying and crying and crying, and you say, oh, probably it doesn't work. Probably my friend is right. You start making money. They start telling you, oh, so you're still doing that thing. You buy a car, they say, oh, it is a scam, it is a scam. Those are the kind of attacks that you'll keep on facing because you are part of the industry. You are part of the money game. Expect a lot of crazy people reaching out to you. Now, these are the different player sides. Now we have full-timers. These are people who make a very good fortune in the business. All right. And we have part-timers. These are those people who do this business as a side hustle, just as an extra income, or because you have some time. You don't have a lot of time, so this becomes a side hustle or something to generate you just an income. And then we have spare timer. And when you find the business as a hobby, only a supplemental income. You will only enjoy a supplemental income. Choose which side of this you want to be on. If you're right now, maybe let's say you're engaged somewhere, you're doing this as a part-time, you're talking about having an extra income on top of whatever you're already doing. It is not bad. But if you don't have anything to do right now, you can do this on a full-time basis. You can choose to do this as a full-time activity, as a full-time occupation, as a full-time profession, and you will make a full-time income. That's a fortune. And also, maybe if you are wherever you are, you just want you're tired of enjoying the extra income through the business, then go for it on a full-time basis. It's still the same thing. This is the daily method of operation. Kuna wenye wamesema, oh, I want to commit this number of hours and I want to give it my all and I want to see how this can help me. Then this is it, and I want you to pay keen attention. For you to do this on a full-time basis, then this is the schedule. Let me just zoom in for everyone so that you can see clearly. This is a full-time basis schedule. For someone who wants to do this on a full-time basis, we are talking about 16 hours. Now, this was the schedule that I was running with even when I was still in school. For me, I was on a full-time basis. School for me was the one which was on a part-time basis. I was a part-time student and I was a full-time business person. Now, in the morning when you wake up, though our schedule, this is the schedule that we're going to run with as soon as next month once we get the office up and running. But in the meantime, let me explain to you this schedule. Now, what does it mean making reminder calls? Reminder call simply means there are some people you had booked appointment with. You are telling them, hey, tomorrow at this time, we're having this session. So reminder calls are meant to remind them of the appointment that you had created for that day so that they can avail themselves on that day. Then we have cell meeting. Cell meeting, this is a short meeting as a team for about 1 hour, 2 hours with people of your own level in the business. For example, yeah, we might be having a cell meeting for those who have just joined the business recently. That's a cell meeting where we're going to be assigning a leader with you to guide you. That's a cell meeting with a leader. And then you have booking calls for the next day. This is booking appointments for the next days, maybe presentation. And then closing time, this is a chance to sit down with the people who have been presented to the opportunity and they have a question or two. So as you are making booking calls for the next day, the people who you had booked appointment with, they are being presented to the opportunity during this time from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. That's why while you're making booking calls, the presentation is going on. Once it is over, you sit down with them and you assist them. Then you have a lunch break. Then you have sponsoring calls. This is the calls where you are when you're talking to for example, the person who connected you to the business, that is your sponsor. So you talk about maybe this is a rough schedule which you can work with. You're talking with the people who you have sponsored in the business, checking on their progress, how they are doing, how you can assist them, and so on and so forth. Now we have prospecting. This is a time where you are maybe using the different mediums, for example, Facebook, maybe online platforms, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, or physical, or that is offline platforms. For example, questionnaires, maybe physical one-on-one prospecting. You are getting to know people and you are giving them a chance to check out the business. So you're prospecting them with the aim of presenting to them the opportunity. So this is the 1 hour that you can do it. And then we have booking calls for the next day. This is just like the one which was happening in the morning. So this just another 2 hours for you to wind up on that and also make more calls for the next day. So that during this 9 a.m. and also for this 3:30 p.m., you have enough people, about 20 to 30 people per day who are seeing the business through you. They are learning the business through you. So you're booking for them appointment, they come check out, and this is what you are doing during that time. And then next we have follow-up. So these people who they saw the business in the morning, you got a chance to meet them and answer their questions, maybe also see how you can assist them. This is a chance for you to follow up on them, how they're doing, how their progress is. Have they been able to make progress in terms of getting started? This is time for follow-up. And then you can get to your house, maybe relax, freshen up. But from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m., it is personal production. That means you can meet up with your uplines, call them. You can also do online prospecting. You can do group meetings and so on and so forth. So that is just a rough schedule. So on our side, at the moment, we are having the entire day to do prospecting and also booking appointments for the evening, because we have presentations on Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. We have 5 presentations in a week. That is Sunday at 9 p.m., Tuesday 9 p.m., Wednesday 9 p.m., Thursday 9 p.m., Saturday 9 p.m. So during those 5 days, the entire day is basically meant to be booking appointments for those people at 9 p.m. so that they can come check out the presentation at 9 p.m. Then the presentation is done from 9 to 10 p.m. and then I get a chance to close the session from around 10 to 10:45, or let's say 11 p.m. So after that, that is it. So basically right now, because we are doing virtual presentations, it becomes so much easier to maximize on the day. You have enough time to fill in the presentation. Just make sure that you've done your part. Now we are going to be talking about the 8 skills of the business. That is prospecting, invitation, presentation, closing, follow-up, signing up, retention, and also promoting events. So those are the 8 skills that you're going to focus on, and you're going to learn them one at a time. Each of those skills, we're going to handle them separately, starting from this week. So this is just an orientation. Once we do that, you'll get a chance, as your upline is helping you with your contacts, or maybe let's say you just want to give it a try. You want to start exposing many people to the business. You can have a chance once I teach you how to prospect, once I teach you how to invite someone to a presentation. I'll teach you how to do that. So wewe utakaa tu chini and you practice what I share with you. Now for a part-time basis, or maybe you can have 1 hour for sale meeting, booking for prospects, 1 hour for prospecting, and 1 hour for follow-up. And you must make time available for the business, because excuses don't count. It doesn't matter whether you're doing it on a part-time or a full-time basis. You must be ready to create time to do the business. Don't give a lot of excuses. Now, this is the what now we call the SMO checklist. This is now what we call the standard method of operation, or SMO. SMO checklist gives a day-to-day activity for any person who is just starting the business. Now, this is what we've been handling one at a time. We have not been doing it vile imefuatana kwa timetable, but we've been doing it. I've been tackling specific topics when it comes to this SMO checklist. So for those who have been part of the mentorship program for some time, I've been doing this for you. All right. Oh, hi, Julia, someone has offered to share with you the book. And that has to be Oscar, because Oscar is the one who told me he found the book. So that's wonderful, Oscar. I hope the book, I know the book is really helping you out a lot, so you can share it with Julius as well. But in any case, I'll also share it mwenye anahitaji bado. Now, with this SMO checklist, if you look closely at this, it is divided into 4 weeks. 4 weeks activity. The first week iko na day 1 to day 5. The first one is IPO, that is initial planning, orientation, and quick starter guide, whatever I've just done for you right now. Then the next step you can see is compile. I don't know if it is, I can't zoom past that. So maybe kama hauoni clearly, you will just zoom in on your end. It allows you to zoom. So you can see the second activity is compile your first 150 name list. These are people you already know, your contact list, your friends, your loved ones, your relatives. These are people you already know. So you compile them in a list. I'll also share with you a soft copy of the list so that unaweza print ukwe tu unajaza hapo. So then the second day we have attend rule of the game training and watch brilliant compensation plan by Team Sales. Then we have attend module 1 orientation by a leader. And then we have read your first in network marketing by Mark Yanella. That's whatever I've been telling you. And then the power and secrets behind contact recommendation, I did that. We're also still going to do it again. And then send the recommendation text to your first 50 list of as in basically zile contacts zenye uliandika watumie message. That is on day 4. But you can see day 4 is already far. Why write them in day 1 and then send the messages on day 4? It's too late. So write them on day 1, send the messages on day 1. And then kutoka hapo upline wacha pambane nayo. Then we have a training on why network marketing. Why should you be part of network marketing? We are yet to do this, but for those who we did it earlier with, they can remember. And then we have MLM explained by Brian Wallace. And this one we'll do it together with Brilliant Compensation Plan by Team Sales. Then week 2, kuna attend your second IPO. This is the second IPO, by the way. When you tulifanya IPO na wao last week, I uploaded it on YouTube. So this is the second IPO which we are doing, and a quick starter guide. Then listen to Making the Shift by Darren Hardy. Attend 8 basic building blocks training. Watch 8 basic building blocks by Chief Patman and Athiraj. And then we have attend how to find prospects training. This is what I want to do actually this week, as soon as tomorrow, so that we don't have any person left behind in this week's presentation. Basically, SMO checklist, I do it, I pick specific tasks and I handle it so that you know how to, how to prepare yourself in the business. Now we have read the business of the 21st century. by Robert Kiyosaki, and then attend 7 Secrets to 7 Figures, and then watch or listen to 7 Secrets to 7 Figures by Matt Morris. And then number 5, that is day 5, we have attend the compensation plan and technical training. I already did that. There's a recording on YouTube. You can go and watch the compensation plan. And this session actually, I told you guys, in fact, today I was at the head office and I meet someone who alimes, the same way I was talking to my downlines the other day on Friday about technicalities of the system. Go and watch that training if you want to be on the safer side with the system. Because if you don't, maybe there are some challenges, there are repercussions along the way which you're going to face. So go and watch that technical training. It's already on YouTube. I posted 3 of them. The first one is a combined compensation plan and technical training. Then the second one is compensation plan on its own. And then the third one is technical training, that is DTC training on its own. So I've uploaded 3 of them. So if you want to learn technical training on its own, utaenda tu upate technical training peke yake. And then if you want to learn DTC, how to log into the DTC, how to encash, how to nini, kuna DTC training specifically. If you want to learn both of them combined, iko tu pale bado, unaweza learn. I'm also still planning on uploading more of them. I'll be uploading a few of them, including a presentation. I'll also be uploading how to encode and how to ensure you have enough accounts to make sure you never lack money in this business. So I'll show you. I'll also upload that. I'm still in the process of preparing the videos. Bado sijazi edit, sijafanya vitu mbili tatu. But once they are up, go and check how to encode and how to arrange your accounts, how to fanya nini. Hizo vitu zote utazipata pale. I'm going to upload them. Now, watch The Rise of an Entrepreneur by Eric Worre and do your first home launch. And home launch tunakwanga tushafanya, because when you write for me your contacts, I tackle them all at once. But all in all, we'll talk about home launch later on. Now, we talk about week 3, that is foundation class. Now, week 3, day 1 talks about attend how to handle objection and rejections training. We did this with the leaders who were telling me they were facing some challenges on rejection. They didn't know how to handle objections or rejection. So I showed them how to do it, and nikawa guide on how to handle objections and rejections. Now watch Live Your Dreams by Randy Gage. It's a very wonderful video, by the way. These videos, I'll just share them, all of them, once per group, so that you can get a chance to watch all of them at once. So utakuwa tu na watch one at a time when you get some free time, or when you're inviting in the background, you can just be playing the video as you are listening and you're learning. Now we have attend DMO, that is daily method of operation. Nishawaonyesha DMO, so hiyo tushafanya. And then read GoPro by Eric Worre, at least 4 chapters. I already told you about reading the book. Then we have to attend how to invite your prospects training. I'll tackle that tomorrow. And then print out and study the invitation scripts. We have attend how to do a persuasive presentation training. I'll teach how to do presentation also, either this week or next week, but it has to be done. And then next, review the presentation and gather all presentation tools. That's the same thing. Then week 3, day 5, compile another name list. This one is already done by the first week, so you don't have to worry about that. Now with week 4, we have how to close like a pro. I already taught how to close. I'll still do a special session on how to close, and I'll also upload it. Itakuwa tu pale hivyo, but in the meantime, I'll still teach it again for my newest batch. I'll teach you how to close a deal, how to close sales. And then Self is the New Risky by Randy Gage. I'll send the video. Attend how to follow up with your prospects. I'll teach you follow up. And then read 45 seconds napkin presentation. That one will handle differently. Attend intense product training. That one I'll just share with you a link. You'll watch the video on presentation about the products so that you can know which products are best for your use. And then purchase your first C24/7 or Angel E for your personal consumption. This one is a must. purchase at least a product for your own personal consumption, or maybe buy a product which you want to use. Then attend game plan training. Game plan training, we're already on game plan, so we won't tackle that. And then generate your first 15 new leads using our prospecting system. So once I teach prospecting, we are going to talk about how to generate 50 new leads every single day, how to invite 50 new people to our presentation every single day. So I'll share with you all the skills that you need on prospecting. Once you know them, now you just work on them. And then lastly, understand the champion leadership structure. Then make your first 50 booking calls under supervision. Then congratulations for attaining the Kingsman position. Now attend how to duplicate and build leaders. Training and coaching tools should be given to you. So once you've completed this SMO checklist, it means you have gone through the first 1 month successfully. You have understood what the business is all about. You have some few skills, plus on top of that, you already have a team, so you can teach them and you can guide them. Are we together? So this is week 1, basically, vile tu nimewaambia, vile tu nimewaonyesha. Then week 2 ndio hiyo, the same thing. Then week 3, the same thing. Then week 4, the same thing. So I'll print this out, then you can also have it. Then as we end this junior leaders induction, how to become a leader in the business. So for the junior leaders, actually this is another training.
Everything that matters in life must be built. Woo! Let me tell you, that was worth the whole trip. If it's a business, it's got to be built. If it's a family, it's got to be built. If it's a marriage, it's got to be built. If it's a relationship, it's got to be built. You will not have success waiting on these microwave relationships. Everything in life, build. You have walked away from things saying they weren't finished, they weren't supposed to be. You left people and said they weren't ready, they weren't supposed to be. You have to build a boy into a man. You have to build a wedding into a marriage. You have to build a house into a home. Build it.
But I'll not go through it because it is not just meant for everyone. It is meant for after one month. We are now going to come back to this. I'm going to teach you the 555 worksheet, how to become a senior leader. Nini ingine tumeacha hapo nyuma? How to become a junior. I'll teach you how to become a junior leader. Then I'll teach you that is the 555 worksheet, which is the next task. And then I'll give you the conditions to becoming a senior leader. I'll also teach you challenge 36. There's something called challenge 36. So this is the 555 worksheet, which we will go through it step at a time. Hii ni ya wale watu wenye nimeona wameanza grow. Mtu mwenye ameanza kusonga, mtu ameanza grow. I'll now call you. Now this is not for everyone. I'll now call you separately and I'll go through this session with you. I'll guide you through this session. Tutaenda na wewe pamoja. Sawa. So usikuwe na wasiwasi. So on top of that, we'll talk about challenge 36. This is what we call challenge 36. How to help you to scale up your income and the kind of team that you should be able to grow. By the time tunamaliza hii challenge 36 training, my friend, you guys are going to be okay. You're going to be income earners. Tukiongelea kitu kama 100k to 150 to 200. Hapo ndio mnaenda kukua. So the time frame required to become a senior leader is a maximum of 90 days. By the end of this 90 days challenge, majority of you guys should become senior leaders. And for that matter, the strategies to accomplish this goal: number 1, commit your business to God. Number 2, ensure that you consistently attend cell meetings. Ukiona nimepost link pale, be there. There's something I'm going to teach, which if you miss, you can never learn it again. Then ensure that your teammates also consistently attend the cell meeting. The 1 or 2 or 3 downlines that you're going to be having, hao ni team yako. Make sure they're in the meeting. Never ever attend a meeting without your team. You have a downline, make sure they are there. You have a newest champion, you have a leader, even a leader. That's why even for this session, I was so much hard on my leaders. I was telling them, Eric, you guys have to be there. Because in this session, I don't care whether you are 2 years in the business, I don't care whether you're 4 years in the business. As long as you're my downline, you have to be in this session. That's why you can see some of the leaders, they are here until to this point. So never attend a meeting without your team. Ensure that you can also help your teammates to become junior leaders. That is through duplication. You tutaongelea when you talk about duplication. Ensure that you follow the system to create a junior leader and remain connected to mentorship. Mentorship can never be enough. Hautaifika point useme I have done enough mentorship, sasa wacha nifanye vile najua. Hapana. As long as you are in this business, you are going to be under mentorship, including me. I'm still under mentorship. When my upline Sir Collins calls me and he tells me, come, I want to teach you something, I'll have to be there. It doesn't matter. I'll have to be there. I have to remain connected to the mentorship. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't stop until you become an S leader. I want us to watch this short video again.
I have found a gold mine. This is a gold mine. I hated network marketing. Hated it. Whenever you start to talk to me about network marketing, I switch off. I'm not interested. I'm a pastor, but I'm also a bespoke tailor. I make suits. God has blessed me and God has blessed my business. I make suits for kings and presidents and governors. And so I travel the world and doing what I do. So the moment you start to talk to me about network marketing, I switch off. And this was in August of 2015. This guy comes to talk about AIM Global. Now I sat there, he's talking about AIM Global. The moment I realized it's network marketing, I switch off. Not interested. But as I sat there in my zoned out state, I heard the voice of God as clear as day. God said to me, open your eyes. That was when I began to listen. If God is asking you to open your eyes, then it means that what I'm being shown is true. I called this lady. I said, have you joined this business? She said, yes, I have. I said, how much money do you make? Well, she said, on average, I make about $400 to $500 a day. I said, show me the proof. She sent me her alerts. I saw that it was real. I said, I'm in. In 1 year, I became top 9 in Nigeria. Alliance in motion is a revolution in our generation. If you don't realize what you have on your hands, you will play with it. Once I saw it was real, I set up an account for my mother, for my wife, for my children, told all my siblings, I have found a gold mine. This is a gold mine. Yes, it's a gold mine. For those of you who are here in the Philippines, just in case you don't realize, you are sitting in the heart of the gold mine. Don't take it for granted. Don't get so accustomed to it that you lose the sense of the value of what you have in your hands. When you go to bed at night, make a decision. You're going to make this work for you. But what happens when I get to the point in my life when I can't travel anymore? I want to have residual income. And I don't want my lifestyle to change. And AIM Global is going to help me accomplish that. Oh, I know it will. I am doing what I have to do now. They say play now, pay later. Or pay now, play later. At some stage, you're going to pay the price. I choose to pay now. So when I get old, I can relax and live a life of luxury. 5 members of my family are top 200 in Nigeria because of AIM Global. My mother makes her own money. It is not what this will do for you, but how it can help you to lift others who are around you, to give them a sense of pride and dignity, to know that they make their own money. Whatever has died in you, if it is your desire or your passion, that God will cause that to be revived in your life. That as you leave this place today, a new fire will burn in your heart. And I want to say this, if you say you want it, you must fight for it.
If you must If you want it, then you must fight for it. That is Pastor Israel Ukoko from Nigeria. That video is very important, especially when you're doing a presentation. Someone asks you a lot of questions. Is this thing real? You just share with them the video na unawachia hapo. It will help them to make a decision. So ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to appreciate you for being here up to this time. I know a lot of things we're talking about. Some of them, you know, they sounded harsh. Some of them, they did not make sense. But trust you me, this is going to be one of those opportunities which you are really going to enjoy out a lot. So what you're going to do